Hello and welcome to Herbalist and Herbs. My name is Chrissakis. Today's video short, Therapeutic Baths, a Simple Solution. Now this whole realm of the application of water therapies and alternative medicine is grossly underused. They're simple therapies, they're things that people can do at home, and they're generally inexpensive. Now there's many things you can put into a bath water. Even the water itself has a therapeutic value, but once you add things into it, then you can change the direction of it and use it for more specific things. So you can use the use of vinegar, like cider vinegar in your water, essential oils, which are distillates of herbs, Epsom salts or mineral salts are things you can use, as well as whole concentrated teas, like say rosemary tea. Make a very strong rosemary tea, a quart of it, and pour it into your bath water. This is a common thing I advise people to do to increase peripheral circulation. Now, of all those methods in terms of putting things in bath water, in terms of getting an herb in, the simplest thing is the use of essential oils. These come in small bottles with strong stoppers on them, so you just shake a few drops in. It's very strong and very concentrated, and then you mix it into the water. It's usually 3 or 4 shakes, which is somewhere between 10 and 12 drops, and you just mix that into your bath water and sit in your bath water. Now these baths are not for soaping down. Usually wash before you go into the bathtub, because when you're done, you just want to pat yourself dry so that the essential oils get absorbed through your skin as well as through your lungs. Now there's many things you can apply herbs for, conditions and things from acute to things that are more long-term. So say poison oak, which is obviously an acute flare-up and an inflammation on the skin due to an allergic reaction. A good thing to use is manzanita leaf, which in my area is very common. It's very astringent. You boil up a strong tea, you strain it out and put it into your water, you sit in that water. It's also good postpartum to again shrink the areas in the pelvic area when a woman is delivered and stretch things out post-delivery. But again, for poison oak, it's an excellent treatment. And again, you have to watch out that you don't use this idea too much because it's quite astringent on your skin, but it works well. You can also use that type of an idea while making a strong manzanita tea and use it locally on areas that are affected by poison oak or a poison ivy rash. Works well. Another thing to use, say, hot and cold therapies for, which can be either direct compresses or exchange baths, which is what they call them, going from hot to cold baths, is to increase circulation to an area. Another simple idea, and this is not a bath, you can just use hot and cold showers to increase lymphatic circulation. And this is a great idea. It's very simple. And it really does get a very good effect systemically, full body. Now, again, there's a number of things that you can put into your bath waters, as well as a number of ways to apply them. But the ideas are very simple and very direct, and you can get very good effects. If I'm trying to calm somebody down, I give them lukewarm baths with things like lavender oil or orange flower oil or chamomile oil. Again, if you're going to take multiple baths for weeks for a chronic problem where you take them 2 or 3 times a week, you don't want to take anything really hot because that much sweating per week is not really healthy, especially if the person's energy or their chi is a little bit low or compromised. So you've got to watch out for that. The use of Epsom salts can be overused, although it's a wonderful detoxifier and loosening up sore muscles and breaking down lactic acid accumulations in the surface of the tissues. It can be abused though. You can put too much in the water. My general application is 2 to 3 cups, but again it depends upon where a person is at. If they're very nervous, I don't even use Epsom salts. Or if they're very hyper, say maybe a woman is having a problem around menopause, it's not the right thing to apply. It would be more intelligent to use something like lavender oil, once again, something that's more calming. The use of sweating therapies, once again, cost the body energy, so you have to be careful of that as well. Now, again, herbal baths and the use of water therapies are ancient, and they're very effective, they're very inexpensive, and they're easy to do. There was a very famous French herbalist in the 50s and 60s who used to almost use exclusively hand and foot baths. And he was treating the royalty of Iran at the time. He was very famous and very effective at what he did. Now, our body has the capacity to absorb things through the skin, which is one of the great things with the use of essential oils and or teas that are poured into the bath water. that you actually get an exchange and an absorption of things, as well as through the lungs. Again, you can do things, say, for the onset of a cold. A thyme bath is an excellent thing. It's also a good thing for the treatment of children when they're getting sick. Thyme is also a great herb for coughs, by the way. It's very moistening, and it's an excellent antitussive. Now, there's a lot more things that I can say about baths and the use of water therapies. Once again, they're ancient, and people have been using them for hundreds, if not thousands of years, with a good effect. So, if you want to know more things about baths and the use of things that may help you, please go to my website, which is herbalistandherbs.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video.